Dear friends, we are studying in class number 9, 7 chapter triangles, and in exercise 7.1 we have third question. AD and BC are equal. AD is equal to BC. So first thing we are given that AD and BC are equal. So in figure we are given that AD is equal to BC. See, AD and BC are equal as well as perpendiculars to the line AB. As well as perpendicular means this angle is right angle. AD is perpendicular to AB and BC is also perpendicular to AB. So we are given that AD is perpendicular to AB and BC is also perpendicular to AB. This is what is given. Show that CD bisects AB. Show that this CD line bisects AB means we have to prove that this makes two equal parts of the AB. CD makes two equal parts of AB. This is what we have to prove. To prove AO is equal to BO. This is what is to be proved. Now let CD intersect AB at O. It is not mentioned in the question, so we need to write in the given part. Here, let O be the intersection point. Let CD intersects AB at O. So this is what is the information that we are going to use for deriving or for proving that CD bisects AB. O point was not mentioned, so I have mentioned it in a given thing. Now, consider triangle. See what we have to consider. Consider triangle. Consider this triangle and this triangle. So we are going to consider triangle ADO. Consider triangle ADO and BCO and triangle BCO. Now, when you consider this triangle and this triangle, we have to think of these two triangles separately. So AD is equal to BC. This is what is given to us. AD is equal to BC. Then this angle is right angle. AD is perpendicular to AB. It means angle DAO. Angle DAO is equal to 90 degrees. Reason is AD is perpendicular to AB. Then angle CBO. Angle CBO is also equal to 90 degrees. Reason is BC is perpendicular to AB. Both angles are 90 degree. It means they must be equal. They must be congruent to each other. So I can say that angle DAO is equal to angle BCO. Or I will use a single letter name that is easy for you to understand. Here I will get angle A is equal to angle B. Angle A is equal to angle B. Now we have got angle A is equal to angle B. Watch carefully. This angle BOC is equal to angle AOD. Reason is they are vertically opposite angles. So angle BOC is equal to angle AOD. Please note here I will have to use 3-letter name for the angle because here there are actually 4 angles. 1, 2, 3, 4. So one must use 3-letter name. Here at the A point, at A vertex, you will notice that there exists only one angle. So 1-letter word can be used for the angle A and angle B. But here we need to use for angle BOC and angle AOD, we need to use 3-letter word. Now watch carefully. We have got two angles congruent. This angle is congruent to this angle is congruent to this, and one of the side is congruent to the other corresponding side of the other triangle. It means these two triangles are congruent by two angles and a side, but this side is not included between the angles. So it is AAS test. Therefore, I can say that triangle is congruent to triangle by AAS test. Before writing this, one-to-one correspondence is very important. Please note, A is congruent to B. It means A corresponds to A is in one-to-one correspondence with B. Then O is congruent to O. O corresponds to O only. That is, this vertex is congruent to this. It means this angle is congruent to this. 2 is congruent to 4. It means O corresponds to O. Remaining is in this D AOD, and in this triangle remaining is C. Or it can be understood from this also. Here A is congruent to B, so A is congruent to B, it means D must be congruent to C. So this is one-to-one correspondence. Now A corresponds to B, O corresponds to O, D corresponds to C. It means if A is written first, then B must be written first. If O is to be written first, then O must be written first in both the triangles. So I will use the same sequence we were asked to prove. Okay, I will use the same sequence AOD and BOC. So I am using from top to bottom. I will get triangle AOD is congruent to triangle BOC. Now we have got two triangles congruent. Please note, if two triangles are congruent, it means its corresponding parts are also congruent. That is, if you keep them one above the other, they will exactly coincide. For keeping one above the other, A must be kept on B, O must be kept on O, D must be kept on C. Then only they will match. If you keep like this, they will not match. So they are not congruent like this. Are you able to understand? If you keep C on A, it is not congruent. So here you have to keep A on B, O on O, and D on C. Then only they will exactly coincide and the triangles will be congruent. Now, if the triangles are congruent, it means the corresponding parts are congruent. That is, angle A is congruent to angle B, angle O is congruent to angle O, angle D is congruent to angle C, then side AO is congruent to side BO, side OD is congruent to side OC, and side AD is congruent to side BC. These are the corresponding parts of the congruent triangles. Now we are asked to prove AO is equal to BO. Please note, that is the side formed by the first two letters. Here first two letters is AO, so BO are the first two letters of another triangle. It means side AO is equal to side BO, and it is corresponding sides of congruent triangle. They are corresponding sides of congruent triangles. Hence, now we have said that AO is equal to BO. It means CD bisects AB. Therefore, I can say that CD bisects AB at intersection point, that is at O. Dear friends, in class 9, we are studying 7th chapter. In exercise 7.1, we have 4th question. L and M are two parallel lines. This line L and M are two parallel lines intersected by another pair of parallel lines P and Q. P and Q are also parallel lines and they are intersecting with parallel lines L and M. So we are given line L is parallel to line M and line P is parallel to line Q. This is given to us, and we are asked to show that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle CDA. So for this, first, in order to prove that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle CDA, we have to consider triangle ABC, consider triangle ABC and triangle CDA. In this triangle also, we are going to first consider this. See, ABC is, we have considered first, and CDA we have considered second. So here, consider this line L parallel to line M and AC as a transversal. So consider this condition. Here line L, line M and AC as a transversal. When you look at this, you will understand that these angles are alternate angles. So we will get these angles are congruent. So consider, again in this also you have to consider line L parallel to line M and AC as transversal. So you will get angle BCA congruent to angle DAC. DAC. Reason is they are alternate angles. Alternate angles. Alternate angles formed by parallel line and transversal are congruent. This is what we have already studied in 6th chapter. Now consider next part. Consider these two parallel lines. Consider P parallel to Q. Consider P parallel to Q and AC as a transversal. This is AC. So again you can understand that if these two lines are parallel, PQ are parallel, don't get confused with this. This is C vertex. You will get again these angles as alternate angles. So when you consider line P parallel to line Q and AC as transversal you will get angle. This angle means this angle is congruent to this angle. Angle BAC is congruent to angle DCA. Reason is they are also alternate angles. Alternate angles formed by another pair of parallel lines and the transversal. They are also alternate angles formed by another pair of parallel lines. Now AC is in this triangle. In both the triangle you will see ABC and ADC, you will see that AC is a common side. So you can say that side AC is congruent to side AC. That is common. Every side is congruent to itself. Side AC. Reason is you can say common side. Or every segment is congruent to itself. Now watch carefully. Here we have got this triangle is congruent to this triangle because two angles are congruent and one of the side is congruent. Here, but please note, two angles and included side is congruent. It means the two triangles are congruent by ASA test. So we know now two triangles are congruent by ASA test. But writing one-to-one correspondence is very important before writing congruency. So here, please note, for writing one-to-one correspondence, we will start with angles. Here you will notice C corresponds to A. And A corresponds to C. Now, in this triangle, ABC, C corresponds to A and A corresponds to C. Remaining letter is B, that will correspond to. B will correspond to. Remaining letter of the another triangle is D. It means triangle CAB is congruent to triangle ACD. But we were asked to show ABC congruent to CDA. ABC means start from second, third and first. If you start from second, third and first, you have to start from second, third and first. So we will get triangle ABC congruent to triangle CDA. And we know the reason for their congruency is angle side angle. Please note, side is included by the two congruent triangles. Side is included by two congruent angles. So here you will get triangle ABC congruent to CDA by ASA test. That was only asked. ABC to C. That was only asked to prove. We have got it. Triangle ABC congruent to triangle CDA.